super slow. Look at that.
Yeah, we trying to load it up.
We just loaded 100 bags of mulch. Now we're headed to do our first job of the day. Stay tuned. You'll see what we do. You'll see what we're all about. I'm Kevin with All Pro Turf Lawn Service. We're about to do a mulch job. I'm going to walk you through this thing briefly. What we have here, we have a plant bed with some hedges and some ornamental. Full of leaves, has a lot of leaves and weeds. So we're going to clean all this up. As you see around the mailbox, you have a lot of weeds and things around that plant bed as well. As you look towards the house, as you see, it's overgrown with weeds. We'll probably touch up the hedges a little bit, clean out the weeds. And after we clean out the weeds, we're going to put some non-selective herbicide to kill all the vegetation and the unwanted weeds from the bed, prevent them from growing back. And then we're going to put down the mulch on top of that. I'm going to show you the before. As you see, this is the before. We'll take a quick look around the side. So we have some hedges that need to be touched up and trimmed. So this is one of our loyal homeowners, one of our loyal customers, and we want to do a good job. So we have 100 bags of mulch. So we'll see how far this 100 bags of mulch will take us.
So you've seen the before. Now what we're doing, we're preparing the plant bed for our mulch installation. So you see Pops, he's going around pruning and doing all the hedges before we lay the mulch so that we don't get clippings and debris on our fresh mulch. And then you can see me coming around with the weed eater. I'm knocking those weeds down as low as I can so that they're not noticeable when I'm laying the mulch. And I'm going to come around before I lay the mulch and spray the whole area with some non-selective herbicide and prevent weeds from popping up and to kill any weeds that were already there. Excuse my sniffing, but yeah guys, like mentioned earlier, when laying mulch, you want to really clean out the beds as best you can. Pops over there. So I went around with the weed eater like you saw in the time lapse. I knocked down all the weeds as low as I could. So we knocked it down. We're going to spray it with some Roundup, and then we're going to lay the mulch on top of that. What we're doing now, we're cleaning up some debris on the yard. He has the tarp out. We'll probably suck this up with the push mower in the bag. But yeah, just wanted to show y'all in between. I didn't mention, we blew with the blower. I blew all the debris out after I weed eat it. So I had a lot of debris left over when I weed eat it or touched up with the string trimmer. So I went ahead and blew all the debris out and I put it in one area. We blew all the debris out, raked it out, and put it in one area. It's easier to get it that way.
Okay, everyone in social media. Stand back.
Yeah, don't touch it. Stop.
I was going to follow you with it.
All right, that's fine. Pick it up.
Now you're going to edit this, right?
Yes.
So we are now at the stage of spraying the non-selective herbicide onto the beds. So what we're doing, this is the non-selective herbicide, also known as Roundup. So he has on eye protection, he has on gloves. We're holding the spray nozzle very low to the ground so the mist doesn't get in the air.
So it doesn't
Yeah, and we don't want to contaminate. We don't want to get any of this herbicide onto the lawn. So this
you want to reduce all your spray drift.
And as you see, we're going to watch out for the plants. We're going to get a complete coverage of the plant beds. As you have seen, we've gotten the leaves out. And we went by with the weed eater or the trimmer. And we defined the beds, as you can see. Put a little edge around there. And we're going to define the edge a little bit better. But We've defined the beds, we've gotten the leaves out, and now we're doing the spray. And this will prevent the weeds from popping back up. We don't want the weeds growing back up. And every time we do this particular lawn, we do a little spot touch-up spray on the weeds to prevent the weeds from coming back. That's how we do a lot of these lawns. I know a lot of times people want to put ground cover, you know, and lay fabric or plastic or something down to prevent the weeds from coming back. But after a year or two, the weeds come back anyway. So when we maintain yards, we'll spray, and every time we do the yard, we just do a little touch-up spot spray. And we usually have good results with that. We don't need to put down fabric or plastic and all that, because that, you know, over time just gets in the way anyway, and it becomes a big mess. So this is what we're doing, and we're gonna go around the entire house. I think he's already shown you. We've knocked down a lot of the weeds. I've cleaned up a lot of the debris in the beds. So we want to clean up all the debris in the beds and get the beds, you know, this is called prepping. We prep the yard before we do the final mulch installation.
Now we are finally laying the mulch, as you can see, and just notice how most of the time and effort goes into preparing your plant bed. So that's really the most important thing you want to be focusing on when laying your mulch. But you know, we're going around, we're trying to do it as efficient as we can. So we have a tarp out, we're dragging the bags to the site, we're dumping them. And, you know, as I'm going around, I'm dumping all the bags and spreading them. And you want to focus on your border. That's the most important. I usually put my foot up or my hand, make a nice border, and then fill in the rest in the middle. And just do it as neat as possible and try to make it thick and nice and professional.
Let me preface everything by saying this particular customer, he likes to mow his own lawn. So we didn't mow the lawn today. He just wanted the mulch installation. So what we did, we cleaned up the hedges, we cleaned up the beds, and we did the mulch installation. And at some point he would cut his own lawn. But this is what we do. This is it took us a little time. We took our time. We were precise, and we took our time to do a really good job for him. I think we did pretty good. We spread the mulch. We made a nice little edge. Put an edge around the beds. Made it nice and clean. You know, after we do the hedges, we kind of blow all the debris out. I think you saw that earlier. We blow all the debris out, clean up all the debris. And then we spray the beds down really well, so the weeds don't go back up through there. And then we lay the mulch.
Yeah.
So this is what we do. This is one of our projects. So
And guys, make sure when you're doing mulch and blowing, cleaning up, make sure not to get any grass clippings and leftover leaves and stuff back on your perfectly new mulch bed.
because we want our work to be nice and clean and very professional. This particular house is a corner lot, and I wanted to kind of do this because this corner lot kind of stands out. We want to make the subdivision pop. So hope you like it, and continue to follow us.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Stay tuned for upcoming posts.
Yeah, edit that now. Like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell notification.
There you go. There you go. He knows something.